40-0. The Dallas Cowboys take down the Giants in week 1. Now they shift their focus to another New York team as the Jets come to town without Aaron Rodgers in the fold. He's Barry Church. He's Isaiah Stanback. I'm Kyle Youmans. It's time to break down the week 2 matchup. You're watching Hit Sticks from the Star in Frisco. So before we can take a look ahead to week 2 in the New York Jets, we first must take a look back at week 1 as the Cowboys take down the New York Giants 40-0, and they used a multitude of different looks, both on the defensive side and then offensively for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's take a look at this one play, and if you look in the backfield, that's not Tony Pollard in the backfield. Instead, that's Cavante Turpin inside the 10-yard line, and they're going to use him in a couple of ways. He had never scored a touchdown in his NFL career, and they give him the handoff here. Blocking scheme goes left. They're able to pave the way with Tyron Smith, Chuma Edoga and company to get him in the end zone for his first career NFL touchdown. I want to know other ways you could use Cavante Turpin by recreating it on Madden. You've got him in the backfield here. Isaiah, tell me how the Cowboys were successful in using that play on Sunday night and how they could possibly use it in the future.
Well, it's all about Coach McCarthy and his creativity. And we talked about how this West Coast offense is simple for the offensive side of the ball, but defensively, you're going to be all over the place because of personnel changes, because of formations, because of motion shifts. There's a whole lot of ways that you could make something that is very simple look very complex. And one of the ways is by putting one of your most dynamic runners with the ball in his hand, regardless of what his position is. You put the rock in his hand and let him do what he do. So that's why you saw Turpin coming to the game at the running back position. He had a handful of carries, not just that one, and he was able to make some plays almost every single time.
Max.
So we're going to see exactly what we can make happen here on Madden, as you guys just saw it in real life. You ready to make it do what it do?
Let's make it do what it do, baby.
Let's see, baby.
Look at Tyron Smith out in front.
Ooh, gas. Ooh. Ow! We almost got in the tub. A little bit of gas right there. But, hey, you guys saw exactly how it went down. We're going to run a replay real quick. All right, so as we see here, okay, one of the main ingredients on this particular play was who? Tyron Smith. Tyron Smith did a good job, okay, working up to the next level on this particular play. Here he is pulling, boom, gets his nice little seal, allows for Turp on this particular play to get outside. In the real life situation, he worked up to the next level. Turp gotta have the juice on this play. Doesn't get there, but in real life he did. That's all that really matters. But the creativity is where it's at for Mike McCarthy. Again, it doesn't change assignment-wise for this offense, but defensively, their head's gonna be on a swivel.
Their heads are going to be on a swivel defensively, like you just said. This West Coast offense, it just gets you thinking because there's so many possibilities. You run out in that same type of formation, you can run play action, you can run crisscrossers. It gets the defense thinking. And as we see at this play right here, Tyron Smith does an excellent job in the video game and in real life of pulling around, showing that athleticism, getting in front of the run right there, providing a lane for Turpin to use his speed and get into the end zone like we saw in real life. Heck of a play call for Mike McCarthy. Way to use your players out there in the best position possible.
Of course, you can see how creative Mike McCarthy was in just game 1 of the NFL season using Cavante Turpin in a formation inside that 10-yard line. The Jets will have to get creative with Aaron Rodgers no longer in the fold. The torn Achilles keeps Rodgers out for the entire season. How does the Dallas defensive game plan change going into week 2 now that Zach Wilson is the quarterback in New York?
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by Madden NFL 24. Is also brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, and by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. This segment is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
Welcome back into Hit Sticks at the Star in Frisco as we take a preview and a look deeper into the Cowboys and the New York Jets. Week 2 of the NFL season is here. And in week 2, the Jets will look much different than they did entering their Monday night matchup with the Buffalo Bills. Aaron Rodgers injured on just his 4th snap as a part of the Jets organization, a torn Achilles after this tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and it really wasn't pretty to start things off. He was off in a walking boot, carted back to the locker room. An unfortunate look for the Jets. It does change things, though, from a defensive standpoint for the Dallas Cowboys because of the quarterback position. Instead of having Aaron Rodgers in the backfield, now they have Zach Wilson. Barry, how does this change things? Because Zach Wilson was a top 5 pick, if we remember, but you also got to take it with a grain of salt. He hasn't looked great in his first couple years in the NFL.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, hopefully Aaron Rodgers has a speedy recovery out there. I mean, Isaiah and myself, we both torn our Achilles, and that is not a fun rehab. Trust me on that one, but hopefully fast recovery for him. But now back to Mr. Zach Wilson. If I'm Dan Quinn, and he's the mad scientist that he is, I'm stacking the box. I don't care. I'm stacking the box, all right? Because Wilson, in his time in the National Football League, he has not proven that he can pass the ball and win. He can't win with his arm. Now, those 2 running backs, Cook and Hall, they're explosive. They're extremely explosive, and they've shown that they can go out there and drag a defense and win just on the backs of their legs. So, to me, you got to stack the box and force Mr. Wilson to go out there and beat you with his arm, which I do not believe he can do. Now, we could blitz him. We could heat him up out there, but I don't see there's a need to because with that defensive line, you saw the game last week. I saw the game last week against the Giants. They can get there with 4, and they can make life hard for Mr. Wilson out there. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Stack the box and force the Jets to try to beat us with Mr. Wilson's arm.
I think that's a good game plan. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens, Captain.
All right.
Okay, all right. Oh, little play action, okay.
Oh, get that thing off.
Just like we said right there, you got to be able to get home with 4. And when you got the best defensive line there is in National Football League with Micah Parsons, with D. Lawrence, you can go out there and rush 4, and it seems like you're blitzing. But that's exactly what we have to do. As we see right here, I went with the zone coverage. I stacked the box up there to kind of, discourage the Jets from running the football, and they went with a pass. We had zone coverage out there. We want to make sure all eyes are on the quarterback because I don't see him looking anybody off. I don't think he's developed that much into his game plan. So what we did right there, we stacked the box. We saw the play action right there. The linebackers did a great job of reading their keys. Damone Clark, LVE did a great job of reading their keys. They saw the play action right here. We see the play action between Wilson and Cook right there. Parsons does a great job long-arming that tackle, getting off, showing why he's the young, hungry Lion, and being able to beat every offensive tackle in the National Football League. We need that come Sunday to stop this Jets offense, but we got to make sure they're one-dimensional because Wilson, he can't beat you with his arm.
All right, that's a good play, Barry. All right, but let me tell you exactly what I was trying to get to.
Okay,
right, Zach Wilson right here, right off the bat, they don't trust him or his arm. That's just the reality of the matter. It's the reason why they put all the chips in to go get Mr. Aaron, okay? Thanks. But unfortunately, Aaron is down, so now he has to step into the fold as the number 2 quarterback. What can they do to take the stress off of him? Run the ball, right? Hall went absolutely nuts against Buffalo Bills. Okay, I think he had over 120-plus yards. He absolutely killed it. Cook was just getting warmed up. So right here, they're going to try to get you to cover down, okay? They want to get you up near the box. You just talked about stacking the box with 8 guys, okay? So, yes, boom, perfect. Come out in 13 personnel, 3 tight ends, 1 running back. I am telling you right now, based off of personnel and my formation, I'm running the ball. So I'm trying to get your linebackers to come downhill. Unfortunately for me, the linebackers saw play action right off the back. I don't know if he gave them the key early on or whether it was just a bad play action. Either way, LVE and Damone Clark did not bite on it. What I was trying to get to was my tight end Conklin. I was trying to get to him over the top on a crossing route, okay? But a good job by Van Der Esch getting underneath it. So you see me trying to wait for him to get open. I want to get it off and drop it into the bucket at this point in time, but I'm unable to even get it off because of some dude by the name of Micah Parsons. If they can continue to, Dallas that is, can Dallas continue to get home with a 4-man rush, a 3-man rush, this is going to make things very difficult for Wilson because they don't trust his arm. He doesn't trust his arm. He's either going to throw it up in the air for a pick or you guys are going to get home for a sack. Either way, it's a win for the Dallas Cowboys. Let's see what it looks like coming this Sunday.
Micah Parsons getting home just like he did against the New York Giants in Week 1. Hopefully he can continue that success along with the 6 other sacks the Cowboys had in that Week 1 matchup in Week 2 against the Jets. And speaking of matchups, Aaron Rodgers or not, there are some fun ones to take a look at. When we come back, we put CeeDee Lamb against Sauce Gardner one-on-one on the perimeter. This will be a fun one when we come back with more Hit Sticks.
This segment was brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys.
feel very comfortable, and you'll see it out there, the way I move. Honestly, I play a lot faster, a lot less thinking. And I mean, I've seen the bottom, I've seen the best, if you will, but just staying neutral, bro, and going out there and, proving myself every opportunity I can.
Welcome back into Hit Sticks with Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church. I'm Kyle Youmans as we take a look at one of the more fun matchups between the Cowboys and the Jets in Week 2, and it's going to be on the perimeter with CeeDee Lamb and Sauce Gardner. Let's pit these two guys up against each other one-on-one. Barry Church, I'll let you start things off. How is this an intriguing matchup? As they're going to go one-on-one, right?
Oh, of course they're going to go one-on-one out there. I can't wait to see Sauce Gardner put the – and this is what this man comes out of. You know what they say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. This ain't a one-on-one matchup. You got the bunch route. You can't let, you're backing Sauce off. You're forcing Sauce to back off with the bunch. I see what you're doing right there, but it's okay. It's okay. Even though he likes to cheat, it's okay. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and slide Sauce Gardner on the inside shade, all right, of CeeDee Lamb. So he can lock him up. He ain't got to worry about the pick option. I thought it was going to be a one-on-one on the outside, getting paws on, but it's okay. He's going to show the feet. It's all right.
Listen, it's still one-on-one. We just like to run a bunch there. We're in West Coast offense.
Oh,
and if you got the sauce, it doesn't matter if I'm outside or if I'm in a bunch set. So either way, it's going to be CeeDee versus Sauce Gardner, and he's going to taste that sauce. So let's go ahead and go see what it looks like right now. Give me that. Let's go.
Ooh, I thought the feet.
That's actually a pretty doggone good matchup. Let's go ahead and take a peek at it real quick. That's nice. That's nice. We didn't come down with the catch, but I like the one-on-one matchup.
See what you got.
All right, well, you just talked about trying to get leverage, okay? So I know you wanted to move your man inside, but he's still trying to stay slightly outside. Just disguise it. Okay, I see what you did there, okay? I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see the stem of this route. So I have him on a speed out right now, okay? So he's going to attack the outside stem of Sauce Gardner. Boom, right off the back, right here. Right now, based off of leverage alone, Dak Prescott should be going to CeeDee. Because there's nothing that's going to be able to prevent CeeDee Lamb to getting out of his break. So right now, we're staying in the stem. Boom, puts his foot in the ground. Sauce Gardner, you see where his eyes are at.
Vision.
What's he doing right now,
All
Barry?
quarterback.
Right
Vision
now.
on the quarterback.
Right now, okay, I'm turning from this perspective. Sauce Gardner right now is doing two things. He's not only feeling where CeeDee Lamb's at, but he is looking through to Dak Prescott. So right off the back, right now, he has the advantage on this particular play because he can see exactly when the ball is being released. All right, so as we play this thing through, boom, coming outside, Dak is throwing the ball to the outside shoulder. Boom, Sauce does a good job of getting outside, batting it down. That's one of the things he does well. I'll let Barry spell upon that a little bit more.
Yeah, if we run it back from the beginning, we see here they're in that bunch set. And that's a smart call by the offensive coordinator right there because you don't want Sauce Gardner to be able to put the pause on CeeDee Lamb. So it forces Sauce Gardner to back off. But you know what they say, slow feet don't eat. And Sauce Gardner, he has the feet of a god right here. So if we keep going right here, we let the play run, he gets into that inside leverage right there, does a great job, like you just said, filling the wide receiver, getting eyes on Dak Prescott. And what I love most about this play, if we can get it rolling just a little bit, doesn't step in the bucket. Goes right there, great plant foot, beats CeeDee Lamb to the spot, breaks the pass up. That's a great rep for the corner right there. Hopefully we don't see any of that come Sunday.
All right, so, Sauce won it, okay?
Sauce won that.
It was a little hot sauce on that one, okay? But I want to run it back one time.
We're going to run this back?
I want to run it back one time.
Can you please put CeeDee Lamb on the outside so we can get a true one-on-one. All this pick route nonsense.
You don't want
we want to put hands on this man.
Right.
This is grown man ball out there.
You want to bless him.
Offside.
Okay, I'll give you a wish. I'll give you a wish.
If
I had one wish, it'd be... All right, so let's go ahead and widen him out real quick. I'll widen
There we go. Go ahead and get him out there.
Your wish is my command.
You see them paws coming.
Yeah, come on up to the line of scrimmage. Come up to the line of scrimmage.
Inside shade, baby.
See who got the sauce now. Let's go.
Okay. Oh, it looked like it's clamped to me.
Go get that.
Looks like it's clamped. Oh! I'm going to say it's a broken up pass. That's what I'm going to say.
That is a PBU. Don't it? See what happens.
Go ahead, run that back. Go ahead.
Just for the viewership. Let's see what's going on out here. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, where are you going? What kind of release is this, man? It's not the off season. He can't be running this craziness.
Look at the feet, though. Shuffle. There it is. Keep them
He's
square.
so disciplined.
Look at that.
Eyes back. Ooh, but if you stop your feet, CeeDee Lamb's going to eat. Yeah. I have a feeling that in real life, that's going to be a tub.
That's a PBU right there. That's a PBU.
That's okay.
That's a good
We're going to call that a user error. Dak's going to make that happen in real life.
You going to make it happen in real life? Let's hope so.
We're going to see.
Matchup number 1 of the season goes to DC, BC, and Sauce Gardner locking down CeeDee Lamb. I hope for the Cowboys' sake, CD can have a little bit more success than Isaiah Stanback was able to give him in this rep on Hit Sticks. But when we come back, he'll get another opportunity. It's the Cowboys' run game versus the Jets' defensive line. Don't go anywhere. The Cowboys averaging nearly 4.5 yards per carry in their Week 1 win against the Giants, all the way up until the final minutes when they were starting to try and chew clock in a 40-0 win. How can they keep that efficiency going against the New York Jets? Because Isaiah, the Jets have a pretty solid front seven as well, and they're very good against the run. Show me how you can beat them in Madden and how the Cowboys can win on Sunday.
There's respect for the New York Jets defensive line, but there was respect for the New York Giants defensive line, and we were still able to be successful with not one back, not two backs, not three backs, but throw Turpin in there. We got 4 backs, okay? So it doesn't matter who's in your front. We're going to move these guys off the line, and we're going to continue to move the chains down the field so that Dak can get to his play action.
We're going to see, because I hope you're right. I hope you're right, because there are some dogs on the first and second level of the New York Jets football team. We talk about that first level, you cannot talk about them without talking about Quentin Williams. Possibly the best defensive lineman in the game right now. The way he can rush the passer, can stop the run, he's just a big hog molly in the center. And on the second level, you got C.J. Mosley. Sideline to sideline, tackling, machine, diagnosis, everything. You can see this guy, his football IQ is off the charts. So they're going to have to deal with 2 dogs on the first level and the second level.
Correct.
Let's see what you got, Coach.
See what happens here. All right, I'm not going to just let you line up and go against me.
Oh, a little motion action. A little trickery.
Oh, you got to give
before.
some lanes.
They've seen it before.
I'm running that back.
Go ahead and do what you got to do. You want me to lighten the box up?
No, don't lighten the box,
All right,
man.
just make it show.
Hold on, I got to change this up a little bit.
Do something with it.
Them boys was in there.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Making adjustments.
Get to the outside. Oh, you got leverage out there, too. Hey, this is a problem. This is an absolute problem. You know, you just heard DCBC talking about it. We're going to show you one replay real quick just so you guys can have a little bit better understanding as to the handful of issues that Dallas is going to have to deal with. Go ahead and talk through them.
If we see it right here, I mean, you see the guy in the middle right there, Quentin Williams, over top of the center right there, a pure dog. It takes 2 of them. It takes 2 of them. But Biadasz does a great job of handing off Quentin Williams and getting to the second level. He got to C.J. Mosley almost, but C.J. Mosley was able to shoot the gap right there. But look how fast this defense is. Look how much downhill action you got, penetration. I don't care how fast Pollard is. If you got him running sideline to sideline, you have already won as a defense. They got to get a little bit better getting up to that second level because C.J. Mosley, he's a dog, and Quentin Williams, you can't leave him by himself as well.
So, yeah, that was a complete problem. All right, but what should have happened, okay? Let's talk about what should have taken place on this particular play because it's actually a relatively good play call versus this front. All right, so you got Mosley right here in the middle, okay? You see Tyler Biadasz working with Mr. Martin on the tag team champions again, okay? Working off of Williams, working up to Mosley. If Tyler Biadasz does his job, he gets a seal, boom, right here, okay? Now, all of a sudden, there may be a hole right there, okay? But say there's not a hole. Okay, now let's go ahead and go to the next man over, okay? So as we work our way over to the next man, okay, you guys see 56 right here, all right? He's coming down here. Who should be taking him? Well, Schoonmaker, okay? And I'm going to swing the camera around. All right, this is a double team, okay? So you got Schoonmaker and Big Tyron Smith working together, okay, on a double team. What's supposed to happen is these two go shoulder to shoulder, all right? And Schoonmaker's supposed to bump him over all the way into the sole responsibility of Tyron Smith, allowing Schoonmaker to work up to the next level. Bam, that would have put Tony Pollard out one-on-one with their cornerback. That's how you draw it up as an offensive line coach. That's the matchup that you want. Tony Pollard wins that anytime, any day. It didn't happen on this play, but hopefully on Sunday.
Trench work will continue to be imperative for the Dallas Cowboys throughout the season, but especially in Week 2 against the New York Jets and that defensive front. When we come back, we go guys versus the game. Who got it right last week? There was one of us that picked it wrong last week. We'll tell you who next. Welcome back into Hit Sticks Week 2 edition with Isaiah Stanback, Barry Church. It's time now to see how the guys versus the game went last week. Barry Church picked the Giants.
Don't remind me, please.
The champion from 2022 picked the Giants. Let's see who Madden picked this week. And it started off with some big plays. Jake Ferguson, 77 yards to the house. The Cowboys got up big early. The Jets did work their way back into the fold by getting some ground game going. They really relied on Dalvin Cook to get hot down the stretch. He scored a couple times, and that was what got it closer. However, it was the Cowboys with the win. 37-20, nearly nearly a second 40-burger in a row after the Cowboys beat the Giants in Week 1, 40-0. Do you go against the Cowboys this week, Barry?
Not at all. Not at all. This is going to be a domination. That front seven was crazy. Domination. Cowboys, I'm saying 40 to maybe 21. Maybe 21 by the Jets.
40-21? You going second straight 40-burger?
40 burger.
I like it. I like it. What you got?
I'm going with the good old Dallas Cowboys, but I'm going 27-10. I think that your boy Wilson works him down there maybe one time based off the running game alone. Okay, Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook, those dudes are some beasts.
Yep.
I think that they eat a little bit, but then they get a field goal after that. That's all they're going to get. 10 points versus our 27.
10 points. I think they get a little bit more than that. You got a week to prepare here. Zach Wilson's been learning under the tutelage of Aaron Rodgers.
Short week.
Give me the Cowboys. I'm going to say 35-17. That's all they get. I only got them.
Respect.
Touchdowns.
All right.
That's about it. 35-17. Cowboys should win this one through and through. All four of us selected Cowboys. We'll see what happens on Sunday afternoon. 3:25 kick. Should be a fun one with Isaiah Stanback. Barry Church. I'm Kyle Youmans for our entire Dallas Cowboys crew. We'll see you next week with more Hit Sticks.
Cowboys Hit Sticks, presented by Madden NFL 24, was also brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors, the official sporting goods retailer of the Dallas Cowboys, and by AT&T, official sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys.